We are back at our Rocky Terrace project today, and we are in the laundry room. I'm gonna give you a tour. This is one of my favorite rooms of the house because we went a little bit rogue. As you can see, we painted everything green. So we're gonna jump into it, and I'm gonna tell you all of the details, how we made this room special, and we have some Etsy finds in here which I'm excited to share. So let's get into it. So the first thing in this room that really stands out, the elephant in the room, if you will, is the paint color. We went with Dried Thyme, which is a Sherwin Williams color, and we actually had initially selected it just for the cabinetry. We went with a custom color for the cabinetry to make it feel a little bit special. And then when I got in here and I saw how beautiful it looked and what a special space this was, I asked the painters, I'm like, please don't be upset with me, but can we paint the whole room green? And I think that it turned out really lovely. So we painted the doors green, the molding green, everything is green in this bathroom. But Dried Thyme, I think the secret to getting a really bold color like this is that it should be a bit muddy and a bit toned down. So while it's green, it's a very calming green. It's not in your face, it's not electric green. And I think that the color Dried Thyme really turned out lovely in here. If you've been following along on this home tour, you know that this is a spec home. So we were working within somewhat of a constrained budget and there wasn't really any room to splurge. So we had to get creative and really make the most of the budget. You can also check out my YouTube video about making the most of your build budget. But in here you can see that rather than doing a backsplash, we added a beadboard backsplash. Shout out to my friend Julie Blanner because she has that in her home and it's beautiful. So I was definitely inspired by that. But that's just a great place to kind of save a little bit. And then we splurged on marble countertops. Above the beadboard backsplash, to cap it off, we did a peg rail, which I have in my own laundry room and I love. At my house, we actually built a custom peg shelf rail thing. In here, I found an Etsy vendor and we bought two of them. There's a seam in the middle, which you can't really see, and we just put it up to cap off the beadboard. So I think that this feels really custom and it looks really high end, but it's just beadboard backsplash and an Etsy shelf. Throughout this home, we really splurged on cabinetry. That was the one place that we decided we were going to really go for, and then everything else was a bit more pulled back. The cabinetry is inset cabinetry, and we have the toe kick, which is, we call it like a furniture style toe kick. Our cabinet makers now call it the Chloe toe kick. But you can see that in like British style design, they do the toe kick like this. So I think that this elevates it a little bit. And I know that I'm gonna get questions about it kind of being in the way. We don't have any issues with this. We have it in our shop. Your toes don't get in the way of that, but I think that it looks really nice. And then we did this oil rubbed bronze cabinet hardware, and the cabinet hardware is a little bit fun, a little bit different. And in this house, because it is a spec home, I got to take some liberties of some kind of different things that maybe a client normally wouldn't go for. And I think it's really fun because now we can show clients like, just trust us, it's gonna turn out really great, going with something that's a little bit different. One of my most favorite tiles to use is this brick tile. It's from Home Depot, and I think it's like $3.50 a square foot, maybe a little bit more now, but it looks really, really nice, and it's so inexpensive that pulling back on tile a little bit allowed us to splurge in other places to make the room feel special. So I think it's just always a balance when you are picking your finishes, is blending that high and low. And then on the countertop, I really like to do just a thin slab. So this is a 2 cm slab. You can do a 3 cm slab, which is also very nice. What's nice about this is that if you're doing a farm sink like we've done here, this maintains the thickness, whereas if you laminate the edge, this becomes thicker and this is thinner, so then you can tell that it's laminated. So I think it looks really nice to have an unlaminated or non-lam countertop. I love a peg shelf and I love styling peg shelves. I have them in my laundry room. We do them in a lot of our projects. And so here I've got our dried herbs and some twine. I actually dry herbs all of the time in my garden. These are from my garden. And so having the little twine next to it's just a quick and easy way to style, but also have something that's functional. And then above we have some of our little pots, terracotta pots. I found this cute little picture on Etsy. It came here from Hungary. And then we have, this is one of our Tanea pieces from our Boxwood Mercantile art collection with her. It's an exclusive collection of Tanea prints, and I think it's just so lovely. It's floated and matted down. And then we have some of the light fixtures. We actually have these light fixtures in our shop as well. Little picture lights hanging above. So on this side we have, actually, this is all art from our shop, so shameless plug. But we've got some Diana. This is a Diana piece. It's also a print, but it looks like a beautiful oil painting. And then we have another Tanea piece over here. And I love the color of this piece. She actually sketched it on recycled paper. And this is the print, but it looks like an original sketch. And I think that it turned out so beautiful. I love getting to show you the laundry room at our Rocky Terrace project. This has got to be one of my favorite rooms of the house, and I hope that you found some inspiration for your own home. You can visit our blog, boxwoodavenue.com, for even more design tips and tricks. You can visit our Mercantile to shop, and you can visit our design page if you're interested in learning more about our design services. Be sure to follow along if you want to see the rest of the house. We'll be going room by room for a full tour.